Good evening, our beloved viewers. You are watching on Live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the major stories. The third edition of the National Strategy for the Development of Statistics. An international scene, the world is witnessing a live genocide in Gaza on its screen. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. As part of his official visit to Kuwait, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Abdul Qadir Hussein Umar, was received by his Kuwaiti counterpart, Mr. Abdullah Ali Yahya. This high-level meeting demonstrated the strength of bilateral relation between the two countries. The discussions were focused on ways to strengthen cooperation in various areas of mutual interest, including the economic, investment, diplomacy, and regional security. The two ministers expressed their commitment to boosting trade and deepening strategic partnership for the benefit of their respective countries. This visit is a continuation of Djibouti's effort to strengthen its ties with the Gulf of the countries. It also reflects the conversion of the views between Djibouti and Kuwait on several regional and international issues and their shared commitment to stability, dialogue, and development in the Arab region. On the sidelines of his official visit in Kuwait, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mr. Abdul Qadir Hussein Umar, met this Tuesday Mr. Ahmed Abdul Gate, Secretary General of the League of Arab States. This meeting is part of the strengthening of relation between Djibouti and the Pan-Arab Organization. The two officials discussed the regional issues, the political situation in the Horn of Africa, and ways of coordination between Djibouti and the Arab League in the face of common challenges. The Djiboutian minister reaffirmed his country's commitment to the Arab unity and multilateral dialogue within the regional bodies. For his part, the Secretary General praised Djibouti's active role in preserving peace and stability in the region, emphasizing the importance of strengthening the strategic partnership with the League of Arab Countries. It was this morning that Secretary of State for Sport, Mr. Hassan Mohammed Kamil, officially launched the construction work of the fifth tennis court at Gabon National Tennis Center. Shared by the Secretary of State for Sport, Mr. Hassan Mohammed Kamil, this ceremony was attended by several prominent figures from the world of sport, including the Director General of the National Agency for the Promotion of Sport, Mr. Mohammed Umar, and the president of the Djibouti Tennis Federation and technical official from the sport, entirely funded by the International Tennis Federation. This new facility demonstrates the renewed confidence of international partners in the sport policy pursued by the Djiboutian government. This partnership is part of the Global Tennis Development Program with a particular focus on African and developing countries. The future court complement the existing facilities at Gabon Center, Center of Excellence for Tennis in Djibouti. The National Institute of Statistics organized a validation workshop for the third edition of National Strategy for the Development of Statistics for the period of 2025-2029. The event was held at Campasky Hotel and brought together key stakeholders of the national statistical system, the technical and financial partners, and representatives from various ministries. This meeting marked a crucial step in the process development of the new CNDS strategic document that set out the broad guidelines for the development and modernization of the national statistical system over the next 5 years. In his speech, the Director General of the INSTAID said that this meeting marked a crucial step in the process of the new strategy document, and this workshop allowed participants to enrich the content of a strategic document through the constructive discussion and concrete recommendation, which views to its final adoption in the coming weeks, he concluded. On Tuesday, 29 April, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Social Affairs and Solidarity, Ms. Minna Ahmed Warsama, accompanied by the French ambassador to Djibouti and the World Food Program representative, conducted a field visit as part of the Fresh Food project. The delegation made a visit first up at the Riyadh market on opportunity to interact with the project's beneficiaries and authorized merchants as part of its social protection strategy. The Minister of Social Affairs and Solidarity is implementing household throughout the country. The Fresh Food project and several social safety nets program covering more than 39,000 households throughout the country. The Fred Food project enhanced this offering with a specific target and pregnant women, breastfeeding women. The project, which has reached a total of 2,000 beneficiaries, guaranteeing them a diversified and nutrition diets and contribute to the prevention of child malnutrition and the healthy child development. This visit then continued as at a social counter where the mass is digital tools such as the social registry and social counter were presented, key instruments for targeting, monitoring, and supporting vulnerable population. The team there receive citizens' complaints, enroll beneficiaries, and distribute the cards. The satisfaction expressed by the beneficiaries today with the project demonstrate to relevance of a social protection initiative. Through the Fresh Food project, the government of Djibouti reaffirmed its commitment to strengthen the resilience volunteer of the vulnerable households in the country. And now, as part of the excellent relation of cooperation and friendship between the Republic of Djibouti and the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, the Consular General of Djibouti in Dire Dawa reminds our fellow citizens the essential guidelines for a smooth stay that respect the law of hosted countries, travel and tourist vehicle. For Djiboutian drivers, it is essential to comply with the following guidelines: the vehicle resilience permits, the extension of a stay and border stamps, but also the vehicle use in order to the and now talking for the movement of the people. Djiboutian tourists are encouraged to comply with the following provision in order to following the provision respect the local laws. It is essential to follow this provision. The registration in Dire Dawa. Upon arrival in Dire Dawa, Djiboutian must register with the consulate for assistance and additional information. And now, in Saturday, April 26, Djibouti City and all region of the country have been buzzing with the socio-educational and sporting activities. The event kick off with a resounding national rally, which generate great enthusiasm. A rich and variety of program was implemented and ranging from a school sport to debate on citizenship, including awareness raising activities on environmental protection. The Djibouti radio and television closely follow these iconic activities, highlighting the events organized in various municipalities, including Razdika, Bulaus, and Balbela. Members of the steering committee were present on site to witness the launch of this initiative. The modern facilities of PK-12 high school and middle school hosted sport competitions such as handball and basketball as part of this celebration of civic values and volunteerism. The high school of PK-12 delegation, welcomed by the principal and model students, emphasized the importance of the training feature civic leaders. At the same time, the major commitment of the intellectual activities in order schools such as the high school of Djibouti, the also still in these values within the school and neighborhood face with a clear enthusiasm and demand for the concrete action. On the morning of Monday, April 28, an information and mobilization meeting was held in the meeting room of the People's Palace in preparation for the first edition of the Red Sea Cultural Forum scheduled for May 15 to 18, 2025 in Oboch, State Secretariat for Sport. This meeting marks a decisive step in the organization of this unprecedented regional cultural event. The meeting brought together a wide range of stakeholder members of the association, civil servants, and executive from Oboh working in Djibouti, local entrepreneurs, but also the civil society and new generation of young leaders. This diversity illustrates a shared desire to make the forum a space of convergence, dialogue, and promotion the shared heritage of the people of the Red Sea. The proceeding began with the general coordinator of the forum, who praised the participant, his commitment, and reiterated the ambition of this event. As part of the innovative civil society and stakeholder coalition project and its effort to support local development and the empowerment of rural communities of Oboh Young Women's Voice Association distribute market gathering tools to the residents of Ulma town on Monday, April 28. This award ceremony was attended by the relevant authorities, including the Prefect of Oboh, Musa Adam Migani, the President of Regional Council, and also the President of the Association, Khadija Ibrahim Idris, thus demonstrating the importance attached to this initiative for the agricultural development and improving the living condition of the population. The tools distributed, including the rakes and other gathering equipment, will enable the beneficiaries to strengthen their market activities, increase their local production, and contribute to the food security in the region. The president of the association, Ms. Khadija, the president of the Association of the Voice of Young Women of Oboh, Ms. Khadija Ibrahim Idris, reaffirmed on this occasion her commitment to the sustainable development, community economic autonomy, and promoting the roles of young women in social and economic progress. She also added the concrete gesture to sow the seed of a better future today. As part of the fight against illicit trafficking of goods, contraband seizure operation was carried out at Ali Sabih as at Ali Une neighborhood, the army camp. The Ali Army Camp and Mobile Custom Team demonstrate their unwavering commitment to preserving the national economic integrity during this operation. The Army Camp and Loyade Mobile Custom Team successfully intercept 600 cartons of cigarettes, cosmetic, and medicines. The seizure was followed by immediate action on the ground. The seized products were intercepted, thus affirming the country's determination to decisively eradicate this carry smuggling represents a serious threat to the local economy. Custom fisher and military forces are working together to this illicit network and protect the country's border against this harmful trade. And now in Ali Sabih region, the National Football Federation has launched an introductory referring course in Ali Sabih designed to promote the training of young officials in the region. Or this initiative was organized in collaboration with the Regional Football League. The course runs until April 30 and brings together 25 young football enthusiasts. The opening ceremony was attended by Ms. Saida Waberi, Deputy Prefect of Ali Sabih region, and the President of the Regional Council, and the President of the Regional Football League, Mr. Jibril Umar. This course will allow participants to acquire the theoretical and practical foundation of referring, with modules covering the laws of the game, referring the technique, and on file. It is a part of the federation's effort to professionalize the football coaching at all levels. The Deputy Prefect of Ali Sabih region, Ms. Saida Waberi, emphasized in her speech the importance of this type of initiative in building the local capacity and encouraging youth involvement in support in the sport organization. Moving on now to the international scene, the Amnesty International, the world is witnessing a live genocide on its screen in Gaza Strip. The NGO's Amnesty International state in its annual report dated Tuesday that since the Hamas attack on Israel on October 7, 2023. For more details in this report.
The International has issued a stark warning to the global community, stating that what is unfolding in Gaza is not just a humanitarian catastrophe, but a live genocide witnessed in real time by millions around the world. The organization has continued attacks on civilians, the decimation of infrastructure, and the deliberate targeting of residential areas and medical facilities. This is not a hidden atrocity, Amnesty said in a public statement. This is a genocide being streamed live, and the silence of global powers is deafening. Over the past several months, escalating military operations have led to the death of thousands of Palestinians, including children, and the displacement of over 1 million residents. Amnesty has repeatedly called for an immediate ceasefire and impeded humanitarian access and international accountability for what is described as a grave violation of international law.
The ICG Palestinian representative accused Israel of using the blockade of aid as a weapon of war. The International Court of Justice began a series of hearings this week in the focusing of Israel's humanitarian obligation to the Palestinian as the humanitarian crisis worsened in the Gaza Strip. Detail in this report.
National Court of Justice in The Hague, the Palestinian legal team delivered a forceful statement accusing Israel of deliberately obstructing humanitarian aid to Gaza, calling it a calculated use of starvation as a method of warfare. The accusation came during hearings addressing Israel's action in the occupied Palestinian territories, where the humanitarian crisis continues to deepen. The Palestinian representative described the blockade of food, water, fuel, and medical supplies as part of a broader strategy aimed at inflicting collective punishment on the civilian population. This is not simply a failure to deliver aid, it's a deliberate policy, the representative told the court. Israel is using starvation as a weapon of war, a grave breach of international humanitarian law.
This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.